We have spent the better part of the last 2.5 years traveling this awesome country, living out of our patrol and sleeping in a swag. So how long does it take? 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And for 80% of the time, we love the simplicity of our setup. The other 20% we do question, is there possibly a better rig setup for traveling Australia full time?
What is the best rig setup for travelling Australia? What are our options and how much does it all cost?
So we decided to go to the Perth Caravan and Camping Show to have a look at heaps of different options under one roof.
Alright guys, let's talk about what we're looking for versus what we've already got. It needs to be four-wheel drive. It needs to be able to tow the boat. We need to be able to sleep on it or inside of it, and on those bad weather days to be able to get inside and relax or work when we need to.
Let's discuss what's not working with our current setup because our circumstances have actually changed just a little bit.
Yeah. Circumstance one, and probably the biggest one that's changed, is we are on the road full time, creating content, traveling this beautiful country, uploading to YouTube every week. Absolute awesome life.
But every now and then we just need to get out of the elements. Can you just imagine me editing a video and there's a dust storm going on and the damage that would happen to my laptop?
Or it's just crazy weather and you just want to get out of the elements a little bit.
Even if we weren't working, just sometimes to get that reprieve from the elements would be unreal.
Oh my goodness, look at it come down.
And the second thing that has changed, which I've shared just a little bit, is my health. I am happy to report that I have seen significant improvement in the last 2 weeks, which is an awesome win. But the biggest thing that I've struggled with is fatigue. And when my body needs to rest or sleep, I need to give it to it.
Sometimes Nay will be just like, I'm just done, and we'll be at the beach and I'll be like, oh my goodness, it's not acceptable to roll a swag out in the car park. I don't think it is. Let us know in the comments. But
it's not.
Let's start at the most cost effective and go up from there.
Option one is to keep the existing vehicle that we have and just add just a little spice of life to her to make it just a little bit more luxurious. So we could add a rooftop tent, and the other thing that we desperately need that would add so much luxury to our life
is a big awning, like one of those ones that just
really easy to set up and
it
pack
just
up.
Holds itself there. Oh my goodness,
amazing.
It'd be incredible.
So if we were to add a rooftop tent, we'd be looking at $3,000 to $7,000, and an
I
awning.
reckon about $2,000 for an awning for a really good one. I reckon
$5,000 to $9,000.
Option two, guys, camperbacks. These things get me excited.
We saw one at the show, but there's also others on the market, and they start from around about $25,000.
Chill out in those bad weather days. The downside to them, guys, is they are heavy, which means GVM upgrade for us.
Add another $6,000 to that price tag and bring it to $31,000. But the pro is everything is always with you, which Shannon loves that.
Big pro for me. Option three, guys.
Pods. They're quite cute, actually.
So cute, especially the little bean ones.
Jayco and Cool Bean, which is what Shannon just said, had displays at the show starting from $25,000 and go upwards to around $48,000 for a Cool Bean that is off-roadable.
Yep. Now, they do have a few cons to them. One, can't tow a boat. Two, they are not always with you.
You can't stand up in them. They don't really have a seated area. No. But a huge pro is they are so lightweight and we could tow them with our old girl.
Right now. Could just go pick one up and boom, we're away.
Go. Option number 4 is a lightweight caravans.
Now there are so many of these on the market, guys, but we zoomed in on 2 brands in particular.
MDC Fort 9 for $37,000.
Yep, and the Scout 11 by Stony Creek Campers, I think was about
$58,000. You're wondering if you can fit in the bed?
I think I'd fit from there to there. She's a tight fit, mate. Guys, the pros are you can stand in them, there's a seated area in them, and they are still lightweight enough to tow.
The cons are you don't always have them with you and you can't tow the boat.
That damn boat keeps creeping in, doesn't it? Option 5, the Troopy. I am super excited about the Troopy.
I think that this is seriously one to consider for a single couple traveling Australia. The Troop Carrier. So we went shopping and looked at a second-hand one, a 2012 model with 232,000 Ks on it for $60,000.
AKA, guys, the rust bucket. No setup in the back of it at all. It was bare bones,
Really was.
full of rust, heaps of work, heaps of money.
We reckon to get that thing up to scratch and kit it out, we'd spend about $120,000. So then we thought, well, if we're going to spend this much money, right?
Yep.
And then we got to then spend
Even
so
more.
much money on the fit out and getting the engine up to spec and everything.
Everything to make it livable off-road.
Why don't we just get a brand new one?
Why not?
So we looked at that too. I thought, oh yeah, there might be a 6-month lead weight on them. And I thought maybe like 95,000 or something.
3 years wait, guys.
103,000. The price will continue to go up as you wait for your model. And there's no guarantee anymore that you will actually get a 4.5 litre engine.
No.
So then we saw one at the show.
At the shop, I got pretty excited, guys. Dove Campers had one on display for sale.
Yep, 2023 model with very low kilometres. Body was in perfect condition.
Oh, immaculate.
The back was all fitted out and ready to go for 130k, but it had no engine work done to it. So we reckon we'd still have to actually throw another about 30k at it at $160,000. Is your mind blowing? Because our mind has been blowing.
Crazy. I don't know how you can spend that much money on just on a car.
And if I'm really honest, I love the idea of a troopy, but sitting in them and seeing them, it doesn't make me go va-va-voom.
No, I think standing back, guys, let's be honest, standing back and
more of a
looking
Shannon thing,
at
I
a
think.
troopy, it's just like, oh, look at that beauty.
The pros are the cool factor, 4.5 litre Demon. It's an end of an era now as well. You can get inside them, you can sleep in them, you've got everything with you all the time. You can tow a boat.
You can tow a boat.
Like-
And guys, can I just throw this in there? The noise of that thing, the sweet sound of a V8 Cruiser.
I just don't think that there's another option that's going to tick as many boxes as a troopy.
Cons, guys, is they are so expensive. I really feel like it's a bottomless pit that you could just go forever at modifying.
Like $210,000, like another fellow YouTuber just spent on their troop carrier.
It's just crazy, guys.
Scary.
And the more you look into them, the more you realise what you need to do to make them super
Capable and livable.
Yeah.
And they're compact.
Yeah,
But we do love the idea of a troopy.
love it. Don't.
We don't want to spend that sort of money.
No.
Would you guys spend that money?
Would you guys
Should we spend that sort of money?
Let us know in the comments. Should we buy one? Option 6, camper vans.
For me, this is something that I would really love to experience at some point in my life. I love the idea of it. Jayco and Avans had displays at the show, and then there's so many other options as well.
Price point, guys, starting around the 130k will
And
get you into a camper van.
Pros with this one is you've just got so much more space. It's a huge upgrade from a troopy, space-wise. You have a bed, you have a lounge area, you have a toilet, you have an indoor kitchen. You just have that homey, more luxury feeling inside a camper van.
Everything comes with you, which is, you guys know that I love that.
And technically, you could still tow the boat.
That's true.
So the con?
The cons are, guys, is the all-wheel drive version, which in my opinion is not really a four-wheel drive, is just ridiculously expensive, and you don't really have a four-wheel drive in my opinion with low range. Bam!
But damn, that'd be cool.
Oh, they look sick, eh?
And let's not forget that it would tick a massive bucket list for me.
It would. And if you want a home on wheels, I feel like
Campervan would just be so comfy.
it's the option, eh?
Yeah.
And you can just kind of make it your own. I feel with a camper van. With a caravan, you buy what you get, but with a camper van,
Oh,
I
well,
feel
if
like
you did the
can-
fit out yourself.
you can really make it your own.
So if we were to do a camper van, we'd do the fit out ourselves. Save a little dough. Bring
Boom.
that price point down a little bit.
Boom. Guys, option 7 is caravans. Now, there are so many brands on the market.
many.
If you want to go big, if you want to go luxurious, if you want to go over the top, this is your option.
If you want a caravan with its own deck, you can even do that as well.
You can really have anything with a caravan these days. It's got a washing machine.
Dunny, washer, separate shower. We zoomed in on the Jayco all-terrain 16-foot for
80 grand, guys.
80 grand.
Ridiculous.
80 grand. It was really nice though.
Oh, lovely. And the MDC XT16 also around that $80,000 mark. But guys, the old Patrol, they're just too heavy for her.
We'd have to upgrade the car.
Which is, let's throw another 50 grand on it. 60 grand to upgrade the car?
Yeah, we budgeted around 60 grand to upgrade the car. We'd probably look at doing a D-Max, but then we'd also do a canopy on the back, something simple like this, but maybe not checker plate this time.
Yep.
So I reckon about 60K. So then we'd have a setup with towing the van, but we could also go leave the van and do some more stuff away from the van as well.
Yep. Let's talk about the pros. Indoor bathroom, separate bed. You can stand up. There's a lounge area. I mean,
storage,
pretty
cooking.
well.
Oh my goodness.
It's a home.
It's really a home. It really, truly is.
Yep.
The downside, of course, is one, we'd have to upgrade our car. Two, the cost of the car, cost of the caravan. So 80 plus 60 is 140.
It's getting right up there, guys, isn't it? But
isn't it interesting though that the Troopy, the Campervan, and a caravan are around the very similar price points?
It is, but when you go car and caravan, you feel like you're getting more for your bang for your buck. Is that the
more bang for your buck compared to just getting a Troopy.
You're just getting one vehicle versus getting two things. But guys, it's not always with you.
Nope.
You can't tow a boat.
Nope. That makes Shannon cry.
And just the expense of it.
We're still coming to terms with the fact that we might have to fork out a whole heap of K. Just like throw it around. Just throw it around.
We all know what a tight ass I am too, eh?
Yeah, but I'm a tight ass too. We're like duo tight ass.
Check it. See
Yeah.
that thing?
Oh, she's firm.
She's firm. You don't get buns like that from being loose with cash.
Option 8 is our motorhome.
Yep. Guys, if you want everything with you all the time, if you want luxury, if you want space, fork out 200K, get yourself a motorhome.
Plus. Yep.
$210,000.
It's a motorhome. How comfy is this?
This is crazy. You could live in this forever.
You could. This is a full-time home on wheels. Cons?
Not four-wheel drive.
And you can't tow a boat? Oh, maybe you can.
Maybe
Not
you
sure.
can tow a boat. I've seen motorhomes
Bloody
tow
expensive
cars.
though.
I reckon you could tow a boat.
Yeah, that's true.
Geez, they're expensive.
Yep.
And it's not a four-wheel drive.
Option 9, if you want your cake and to eat it too, then an expedition truck is for you.
Oh, yes it is, guys, and I'm happy to eat some of that cake. Guys, these things are incredible. There was only one at the show, and unfortunately it wasn't open to go inside and have a look because I'm dying to look inside one of these things.
They are super cool, and one day we'd love to experience it, but once again, we'd be building it ourselves and doing a simpler style. They start from around 200K and go upwards of 500, and I guess you could just keep climbing.
Really could. It's
Pros?
Crazy.
Pros list is, we're saying there's too many to even bother listing. The
Yep.
cons are, well, it's really just expensive, right?
It's just expensive.
It's big.
I think expensive and big. I don't know. People reckon that it's not that hard to find parking and stuff for them, but I reckon it would be. And also another one is a lot of tracks have load rate limits on them, so I think maybe it would reduce where you could go with your four-wheel
We've
drive.
also been on tracks where we've only just fitted in height and width.
Yeah.
So that would be a concern too for me.
But
super cool, eh?
and don't they look so awesome? Other things, guys, we didn't zoom in on at the show at all are camper trailers and bus conversions.
I'd love to do a bus conversion.
Oh, seems like a lot of work
I
to
don't want
me.
a camper trailer. But they are good options depending on what your needs are, so you could consider them too.
Definitely, have a look.
So guys, if money wasn't an option for you, say you won the lottery, let us know in the comments, what would you get? What is your dream rig? Don't be practical, just what is your dream rig?
Be ridiculous, guys.
Shannon would get a Troopy, we'd keep the Patrol, and I'd get a camper van. Yep. We'd have 3 rigs if we won the lottery.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Guys, I honestly think that the best rig is the one that you're driving right now, and
the one you can afford.
The one you can afford, guys. Get out there, enjoy, live, see this country.
One little splurge that we did do when we were in Perth, we couldn't actually buy it from the show for some reason, which we thought was strange. But anyway,
so weird.
A new chemical toilet. Oh yes, we have upgraded our chemical toilet. And I'll tell you what, it does feel luxurious.
It's a lot smaller. I haven't used it yet.
I have. I've christened that bad boy and she's great.
The thing I'm loving the most, guys, is there's no smell anymore and it's not leaking.
And you don't hear me shutting, you know, like the trap door. Like I normally have to go like bang, 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 bang. Now it's just like...
It's gorgeous, guys. We couldn't go past it. It was on a massive sale. Shout out to BCF, guys. Thank you guys for not sponsoring us, but giving good sales. So guys, I guess you're asking, what are we doing? Well, so are we. One day we're buying a camper van. The next day I'm throwing a rooftop tent on. Then the day after, maybe I'm towing a pod. And then the day after that, I was pondering about a troopy.
We've also discussed buying a D-Max and getting a caravan. We've also discussed buying a motorhome. No, we actually haven't discussed that one. Motorhome's off.
We've never discussed buying a truck because that is way too much money.
That's off our list too.
But guys, we'll let you know when we know.
We've got no idea.
For now, we're just rolling it with the swag.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye guys.